Welcome to the Panama Canal transit on Annecam. We take Annecam from the Atlantic Caribbean side through to the Pacific Ocean. This was an amazing part of our journey from Europe back to Australia. Finally, we get to sail in our own ocean, the Pacific. But first, this is our track we laid down as we made the transit. We left Shelter Bay, stopped the first night up in the Gatun Lakes, and then came down through the Mirror locks to the Pacific Ocean. But first, meet our crew. There was two local lads who are our line handlers, and Robin, our new crew member, with our first canal advisor. In the Panama Canal, there were heaps and heaps of very big ships for us to dodge. It was steady going for us as we approached the first of the locks. And just before we entered the first of the locks, we rafted up to two other yachts. The first yacht we rafted up to was a beautiful 54-foot steel Swedish sloop called Nervous. Fantastic crew on board. The second yacht was an English-flagged sloop called Moonraker. They went on to the port side of Nervous. And rafted up to two other yachts is how we went through the entire Panama Canal. We entered the first of three of the Gatun locks to head up to the Gatun Lake. It felt very surreal as this was the first time for Annie and myself to have ever been inside the Panama Canal, let alone locked inside one of the lock chambers, as the gates were shutting behind us for the first time. It was a very slow process, as each set of gates had to close behind us, so the lock could fill with water to take us up to the next level. An eye on our depth as the locks were filling. As we were going up, the ship in the next chamber alongside us was going down. Our two line handlers were Kunayala from the Sandblass Islands. They did a fantastic job adjusting the lines constantly as we were going up through the locks and going down the other side. Almost at the top, the view back out over the gate that was earlier towering over us is quite surreal, looking back down the canal that we just came up. Up ahead of us is one of the freighters, Going up through the locks, we were rafted up behind the freighters. Going down through, they put us in front. Now we're at the top. All we have to do is to wait for the Canal Authority to open the gates to let us into the next chamber. The shoreline handlers carry the end of our lines to secure them on the bollards, so we keep off the walls in the next chamber. Here we are, entering the second of the 3 locks going up. And yes, it is a long way to the top. The second lock is almost complete. We're almost into the third lock as our canal advisor tucks into his second serving of Annie's lasagna. It is well and truly after sunset by the time we complete the third lock, and we're heading out into the Gatton Lake to anchor just around the corner. Get ready for the last half of the canal tomorrow morning. We were underway again, right on sunrise. Day 2, we have a new canal advisor. And just for your information, a canal advisor is not in charge of your yacht. They are there for advice only. They liaise with the other canal advisors on the other yachts that you are rafted with to go through the canal. We had a really good run through the Chagres River and through the Kalubra Cut. We shared the canal with vessels of all shapes and sizes. All of our crew, except for the canal advisors, stayed on board Annecam for the whole duration of the transit. Our very first cruise ship we meet in the canal. Notice how the line handler catches the monkey's fist in mid-flight on the throw line as he hooks up both of the mooring lines to keep us in the centre of the first of the Mirror locks going down. The line handlers on shore carry the line all the way up to the very far end of the lock, where we would be tied up and secured, waiting for the water to drop and the gates to open. Both of the boats we were rafted up with, Nervous and Moonraker, we would see a lot more of these crews and these boats as we crossed the Pacific. Handlers on shore have retrieved the throw line with the heavy mooring lines attached. They make the mooring lines ready to attach them to the bollards on shore. It's steady as she goes, as the line handlers on shore take advice from our canal advisor of which bollards to secure them to. This same process is being repeated on the other side of our little flotilla to make sure that we all stay somewhere near the centre of each lock as our line handler cleats off our mooring line. These local guys did a fantastic job adjusting the lines constantly. As we drop down, they have to make them longer. Very impressed when we look back and see one of the canal tugboats coming in and then a Panamax bulk carrier taking up the whole of the lock. The gates opening up signals the completion of Lock 1 on the way down. And here we are looking at our final gate. This is the old canal. It is 34 metres wide, and as you can see, looking back, this Panamax bulk carrier takes up most of that 34 metres. The new canal was opened just after we went through. It is 55 metres wide to cater for the larger vessels which are floating around out there now. Closely at each side of the Panamax bulk carrier, you will see locomotives better known as canal mules that guide the ship through. The final gate opens, and here we are, entering the last section of canal to be out in the Pacific Ocean. Yes, our very own Pacific Ocean, the same piece of water that hits Australia's east coast. We say see you later to our buddy boats, Nervous and Moonraker, as we were soon to be casting off and on our own once again. The last job we had to do was to head to the port of Balboa to drop off our canal advisor and the 2 line handlers, and then we were on our own to head out into the Gulf of Panama. I think that Annie wanted them to open the gate while the lock was still full. Our state-of-the-art camera equipment included a mobile phone and an old GoPro Hero 2.